Welcome to the tutorial for AlphaLab's dashboard menu. It's the executive view. At a glance, it tells you how many strategies are active, how your portfolio risk is doing, which strategies score best, and which rotations the system suggests. We'll walk through every card, every chart, every table column, and every panel one by one, so you have no doubts. The dashboard is laid out in 3 rows. At the top, 4 key indicator cards: active strategies, portfolio Sharpe over 30 days, portfolio maximum drawdown, and active alerts. In the middle, 2 charts, the equity curve on the left and the score distribution on the right. At the bottom, a table with the top 5 by score and a panel with the next suggested rotation. Under the title, you'll see Executive Overview. Refreshes every 60s. The page refreshes itself every 60 seconds. Let's start with the cards. The first card, Active Strategies, shows how many strategies are actually active in your portfolio. The big number is the active ones. Here, 7. And the text below, of 7 total, tells you how many there are in total in the saved portfolio. If a strategy freezes or dies, it drops out of this count. When you've just installed and haven't mined anything yet, this card reads 0 and invites you to run a sweep to populate it. The second card, Portfolio Sharpe 30 days, is the rolling Sharpe ratio of your whole portfolio over the last 30 days. Sharpe measures risk-adjusted return. The higher it is, the better the portfolio is paying you for each unit of volatility it takes on. Here you see a dash with the text populated by sweep. That means this metric fills in once there's enough live traded history. Until there's a live track record, you'll see the dash instead of a number. The third card, Portfolio MDD, is the portfolio's maximum drawdown, the largest fall from a peak to a trough. It's the single most important risk metric at a glance. The color changes with the level: green if the drop is 5% or less, blue up to 8%, and red above that. Here it reads 0.00% in green, because the portfolio hasn't suffered any drop yet. The subtext shows the portfolio status, active, and the card uses the Darwin X 10% limit as a reference, which you don't want to exceed. The fourth card, Active Alerts, counts the open events that demand your attention. The color and subtext summarize the severity. Green with no events means all clear, as here, where it reads 0. If warn level alerts appear, the card turns orange and tells you how many. And if there are danger level events, for example a critical drawdown or a degraded strategy, it turns red and breaks them down. For example, 1 danger, 2 warn. It's your portfolio health traffic light. The left chart, Equity Curve, last 90 days, plots the evolution of the mean score of your active strategies over time. The horizontal axis, Snapshot, numbers each successive live score take. The vertical axis, Mean Score, is the average of the active strategy's scores at that moment. In this capture, there's only 1 point because there's still a single snapshot. As the live score accumulates takes, the line will trace the trend. If there's no data yet, the panel asks you to run the live score to populate it. The right chart, Score Distribution, shows 1 bar per active strategy with its score on a 0 to 100 scale. The color encodes quality: purple for scores of 75 or more, blue from 50 up, orange from 35 up, and gray for the low ones below 35. The bars are sorted from highest to lowest, so at a glance you see your best edges and which ones are getting weak. Here, USTCAD Daily leads with 74.2, and the gray tail already falls below 10 points. Bottom left is the top 5 by score table, with the 5 highest scoring strategies. It has 4 columns. Rank is the position, from #1 to #5, sorted by descending score. Strategy is the strategy key, which combines symbol and time frame. For example, USTCAD Daily, JP225 USD on H1 or EUROD on H1. Score is the 0 to 100 score, colored purple when it's 75 or more and blue below that. Here they range from 74.2 down to 16.9. And status is the state. Active in green if it's trading, frozen in orange if it's frozen, or red if it's dead or degraded. It's the quick summary of your best strategies and their health status. Let's see how to read a specific row. Row #1 is USTCAD Daily, with a score of 74.2 and status active in green. It's your best edge right now. Row #5 is NAS 100 USD on H1, with 16.9, also active but the weakest of the 5. Remember, the score is painted purple from 75 up and blue below that, and that a green status means the strategy is trading normally. This table and the bar chart on the right show exactly the same strategies, one in list form and the other in visual form. The right panel, Next Rotation Suggested, is where the system proposes changes to your portfolio. Each suggestion shows 2 labels, a plus in green with the strategy that would come in, and a minus in red with the one that would go out, and below them the reason in text. For example, active UK 100 GBP daily score 3.0 below the 50 floor. Replace with SPX 500 USD H4 score 93.2. It tells you the current strategy has fallen below the minimum threshold of 50 and offers a much better candidate to replace it. It shows up to 3 proposals. When there's nothing to rotate, the panel stays empty and invites you to run the weekly discovery to look for fresh candidates. An important note for when you start from scratch. On a fresh install, with no portfolio yet, every panel shows a COM, NO data, yet message instead of numbers. The cards will read 0 or a dash. The charts will ask you to run the live score, and the table and rotation panel will invite you to run discovery. It's not an error. The dashboard simply has nothing to show yet. As soon as you launch your first search in the discovery menu and save a portfolio, all of these panels come to life and refresh themselves every 60 seconds. And that's the whole dashboard menu. In short, the 4 cards give you portfolio health, active strategies, Sharpe, drawdown, and alerts. The 2 charts show the score evolution and the per strategy distribution. And at the bottom you have the top 5 by score and the rotations the system suggests. Use it as your first stop every day to know, in 10 seconds, how your portfolio is doing and what decisions are pending. In the next videos, we'll cover the rest of the menus in the same detail.